I'd like to start with a timeline just to show how far women have come. Canadian women got the vote in 1918, which is lovely. However, there's a few caveats here. Women in Quebec didn't get the right to vote in provincial elections till 1940, and Indigenous women did not get the right to vote at all until the 1960s. And then if we look at in the UK, I don't know what the stat is for in Canada and in the US, women were declared persons in 1929. So I don't know what we were considered prior to that, but we became persons in 1929. And I ask women when I'm speaking in groups, I usually ask them, how many of you were working in 1996? And, a good portion of women will put up their hand. And when I tell them they didn't have the same rights as the guy in the next cubicle to them, they're usually stunned about that.
Yeah, I think so many people don't realize that it's been less than 100 years that women in Canada have been deemed to be persons. And in 1929, the Canadian court actually rejected a challenge to have women deemed to be persons. And because at that time, the House of Lords in England was the top court for Canada, the matter went there. And so it was the British court, or the House of Lords, that made that ruling. It is fascinating. And of course, 1982 was when the Charter of Rights and Freedoms came into effect in Canada, which then embedded the notion of equality between all Canadians. But it is fascinating that I would hazard to guess that many women in Canada do not realize that less than 100 years ago, they were not considered persons in this country.